Ooh. Yeah. It's that time again. RL and Jenny on the mic, let's go. Welcome to the show where the people get heard. Everyday voices, every thought, every word.
Entertainment, politics, love and life. We break it all down every Tuesday night.
If you wrote a new book or you're building up a dream, got an organization or a message for the team,
pull up a chair, come and share what you know. We open up the floor, let the conversation grow.
it's Overflow,
The Everyday People Show.
with RL and Jenny, yeah, they always keep it real, you know. At 7 p.m. Eastern time, we go live. Tune in, tap in.
Let your story come alive, overflow.
Let your voice overflow. From the headlines to the hard lines, we talk about it all. Real folks, real stories, no topic too big or small. Overflow, the Everyday People Show. RL and Jenny, let the conversation flow. Every Tuesday at 7. Every Tuesday at 7. Every Tuesday at 7. Overflow.
Every day you let us go.
I'm glad you said the mic was muted. I'm glad you said the mic was muted because my mouth was about to start moving. You know what I'm saying? Well, anyway, y'all, welcome back to the Overflow, the Everyday People Show. This is the only show where me, you, your mama, and your cousin too get to just come on and chop it up. And if y'all want to come on and chop it up with your boy and your girl, I'm gonna have this strolling at the bottom. Okay, let me see. Bam, there we go right there. Y'all follow the link at the bottom if y'all want to come on and chop up some stuff with your boy. Hold on, I'm your boy RL, and she's a girl who?
Jenny.
From the block. And she looking like, she like, you ain't saying nothing about me. I'm like, you gonna say my name. Okay, go to Jenny from the block, y'all. Okay. Welcome to Overflow, y'all. Again, what's up, Latina? What's going on? If you want to come up, I got the live streaming at the bottom. You got to follow the link. Follow the link word for word, letter for letter, slash for slash, semicolon for semicolon. And come up and chop it up, man. What are we talking about today? What are we in for today? What are we talking about? Okay, we got some things we're gonna talk about. Jen brought up about the TSA workers. Of course, y'all know the shutdown. They ain't got paid in like a month. Yeah. And how the story go?
So Tyler Perry had donated gift cards to all TSA workers that were, I think, valued at $1,000 a piece, and they would not allow them to keep the cards because the plan was when they get their money back, that would just be not. It's not. I don't know what the word I would say, but it's just. It doesn't work for them to be able to receive money for that when they're going to get their money back. So it was just no allowance for support from like someone like Tyler Perry, who's really just donating.
Okay, and then what else we talking about? Is how long do you think this Trump economy will get? How long and bad do you think this Trump economy will get? And we even got people, man, talking about you need to start prepping for something worse than what it is, man. So I don't know how true that is. I don't know if it's just a scare tactic to get people to grocery stores, but I'm seeing a lot of videos of people saying, things are gonna get real bad, and this thing can drag out, man. And people talking about stocking food up and all that. So we're gonna get into a little bit of that. Like, what are y'all doing? Are y'all preparing for the worst, or y'all just gonna ride this out, man? And also, Chilli from TLC is being criticized for being a MAGA supporter. Do y'all get that? She said she
Yeah.
don't want no scrub.
But you know what? It seems like she was, I guess you could say, found out that she was, but then it just sounds like she's trying to recant that.
Yeah, because I think she's not ready for the backlash from, because we're gonna get into it though. What else we talking about? We got Jenny's quote of the week coming up. We got relationship question of the week. The relationship question of the week, I'm gonna prepare y'all for it. How long should someone know if they want to marry someone or not? Or should there even be a timeline? Should somebody know, you know what I'm saying? Like, if there's a timeline where you should know that somebody want to marry you or not, or you want to marry somebody or not? Inquiring mind want to know, man. So y'all listen, y'all do me one favor. Y'all just share this live to a group or to your own page, to a friend or something like that. Just please share this live out, y'all. Please. That's all we ask y'all to do, ma'am, sir. What else we got? What else we gonna talk about? Yeah, Nick Cannon said the Democratic Party is the part of the KKK. You know, they got him riding around with Amber Rose, and y'all know Amber Rose is a MAGA. So, hey, I don't know what's going on with these black entertainment, man, when it comes to MAGA, man. It's something going on, man. Either they're not, either they really like MAGA, or they're just not educated. Yeah, we're gonna play a little bit of it. So, the TSA workers, in case y'all didn't know, Tyler Perry tried to give them $1,000 gift card, and they was told to turn that back in. That was crazy right there. Let me give y'all a story of it. Hope this thing play right, man. Look at that. Look at that. I hope this thing play. Let me see. Tyler Perry. Let that play like that though. But
there is now a happy ending after days of confusion over Tyler Perry's generous donation to Atlanta TSA workers. I talked to a Tyler Perry spokesperson this afternoon who confirms employees will now be allowed to keep the gift cards after all. Tyler Perry donated $250,000 in $1,000 gift cards to support officers who worked nearly 6 weeks without pay during the shutdown, some struggling to buy groceries, gas, even facing eviction. At one point, workers were getting a call from management telling them to return the cards. That sparked frustration and a wave of public backlash. As of today, the spokesperson for Tyler Perry tells me that they received a notice from the DHS and TSA legal teams that the issue is resolved and TSA will keep the donation. Important note here. Perry spokesperson says that they had a legal sign-off from TSA before they ever took those gift cards to the airport to make that $250,000 donation. In all, about 100 gift cards were returned, but when they were returned, most of them were empty. But
look at God.
Look at that, right? So
I mean, why would
they can get the physical gift card back because this is kind of sweet. Some of them said, like, I want the gift card as a memento. Even though it's empty now, I still want the gift card as a memento.
But I mean, the fact that he's going out of his way to do this, or anyone goes out of their way when people are literally.
Okay, so what are y'all thoughts on that? It's funny how they say when they returned the gift card, it was empty. Before would have got that money off that card. I don't blame them, you know what I'm saying? But the nerve of them people to tell people to turn their gift cards in if they ain't got paid in over a month. I mean.
Yeah, I don't think that's it says anything about caring about the people that work for your company. Regardless if they're going to get the money back, reimbursed to them, it still was an act of kindness that somebody decided to do to bless these people. So if anything, it's extra for them, but it's a gift. And I don't see why that would be blocked. Like, it's just sad, and we talk about how we should be helping each other. And I just don't understand why that would have been a problem to start. I really don't. I really don't.
Yeah, that's crazy right there, man. They told me to turn my card in.
Yeah, I just think it was truly like just trying to block people from being a giver, or blocking him from being a giver and blocking them for receiving these telling what they were dealing with back things getting backed up with their bills and stuff. Like, why why would somebody want to block that? I don't care about what kind of laws and rules they have. I don't know. It just didn't make sense to me. It
Yeah.
didn't. So I'm glad they were able to go ahead and keep them so that they could have that extra because that was stressful. I can't imagine being in that place where you're working and you don't have money right then to pay your bills that are right in front of you. So
Yeah, that was crazy, man. Even for them to ask, I don't see the comments popping up. I don't know what's going on with this thing. Every week is something. This thing, man. Every week is something. So yeah, so I'm glad they allowed them to keep that money. They need more money than that,
of
man.
course,
They need to get them folks something for their pain and suffering. You know what I'm saying? Not just what you owe me. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm pretty sure a lot of people probably lost some stuff.
for
They
sure.
probably, you know what I'm saying? Man, a lot can go. We just pay if you just live a paycheck away
Just
from.
about to say that.
You know what I mean?
Some
So
people live a paycheck to paycheck, so if that's the case, that put them in some scary places. And so I think about the guy who they donated all that money. Who was what was he, an Uber driver, or Lyft, or something, or he worked for some DoorDash or something, and they donated all this money to him. So I mean, what's the difference? I don't see what's the difference. It was one man that got like what I think got like $1 million.
I don't see how you can tell somebody what they can do with their own money anyway.
Exactly.
Like if
It's
somebody
a
want to,
gift.
yeah,
It's a
if I
gift.
want to give somebody some money, who are you to say, yo, you can't accept that money? What
Right.
who the hell y'all want to be? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It to me
I
it
guess,
was
I guess,
wrong.
I guess, I guess what they're trying to do is make them so desperate that everybody just come back right away. And I guess they fear like if they get $1,000 from Tyler Perry, they wouldn't come back immediately. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man.
And they don't want people to help and give like that.
No, they
Not from
don't.
us.
They don't want people to they want people to stay broke, man. This is the thing about the system, man.
Control.
These corporations. This is why they don't want to raise the This is why they don't want to raise the minimum wage up.
Right.
Because they raise the minimum wage up. People who make excuse me, people who making like minimum wage level already, they're gonna have to be bumped up too. And they don't want people to they don't want people to be able to save money.
Right. Right.
They want you to be like starving
Paycheck
for
to
that next
paycheck,
check. They
yeah.
want you starving for that next check.
Right.
So if corporations feel like if they pay you too much money, you're gonna leave eventually because you're gonna save enough money to start your own business, something like that. Or you know what I'm saying? Or you're gonna find another company that's gonna outbid them. So it's a game they play, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they can find money for everything else. Billions of dollars for everything else. But when it comes time for the regular people to get a raise or a minimum wage raise and stuff like that, healthcare, they keep talking about we broke. Yeah. And I think this is the moment where everybody really seeing what's going on, man. This is why this is why it's so difficult for when you see people like Chilli or TLC and what the name Nick Cannon saying stupid stuff. You know what I'm saying? They're just so undereducated, man, that it's ridiculous. So let's talk a little bit about the how long and bad do y'all think the Trump economy will get with gas and food prices? And should we prepare for something worse? I see a lot of people out there talking about preparing for something worse. I don't know. They're talking about like war coming to this land, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I personally think it's going to get worse. I'm not a pessimist, but my gut tells me it's going to get worse. I talked to different people about it, and without me even initiating the conversation, I had one person that I've known for a long time. She told me, she said, I think we'll see some things in about a week, and she said just do what you need to do to plan.
And that's the thing
She
about
was
it.
real
People ain't saying
evasive.
what thing. They're
She
just
was
saying,
being evasive because she was in a setting where she couldn't really talk like she wanted to. But coming from her was a big deal. She's a smart lady, well educated, and she's heavy into politics. And she just had some things to say. and she just feels like it's going to get worse. And so my gut feeling is that things will get worse, and that because for so long we've had these times where we prepped for bad weather, prepped for anything that was deeming like, oh, you better, prepare for this and that. I think we've become so numb to that I don't think a group, I think there's going to be a group of people that don't think it's necessary to prepare, but I feel like it would be wise to prepare and have some things just in case, because we could face an EMP um outage. I mean, it's so many things that could happen, and
Yeah,
it's better to be safe than sorry. To me, that's what I
yeah,
think.
yeah. Latina, I sent you the link if you want to come up. And everybody, welcome to the broadcast. Feel free to share this live and comment if you want to. Right now, we're talking about the economy. How long do you think this Trump economy would? How long and how bad you think it would get? And are you preparing for what they saying could be something even worse coming? Whatever that worse is,
Well, now are the gas prices still going up?
yeah, the gas
Because
prices went
I
up
haven't been
again.
to the gas station
I think
probably
they
in a
say
couple
they're up to
days.
close about $4 now.
Okay.
They went up. I told they're gonna go up like every 2 days. It's gonna go up as long as the Iran as long as the war going on and Iran got the waterway closed, the Strait of Hormuz
Right.
over there in Iran, where they say about 25% of all the world's oil come through that strait, the Strait of Hormuz. I'm bringing Latina up.
Hey, Latina.
Latina, what's going on?
Hey,
Yeah.
y'all.
See.
I know how y'all been.
Yeah, we good. We
Well.
good. We good. Yeah,
I
we just
chime
talking.
in every now and then.
Yeah, we on the subject of how long and how bad you think this Trump economy would get, and should we be preparing for something worse? That a lot of people out here talking about something worse going to happen. Whatever
I
that
think
worse is.
with all administration that come in, whether it's whether you on the right or the left side, we always stay prepared. I think for the Black community, I think we are always preparing for whatever the worst is. They tell you to hope for the best and plan for the worst in life. Um, I think in general, with the climate that we are in right now, that we should be prepared for whatever's ahead. But with that being said, a lot of times when we watch the news outlets and things like that, it kind of puts people in a panic. And I'm not going to say that we should be in a panic, but I think we should be on alert. We should do what we need to do to take care of our families and just make sure that we are prepared for whatever's to come.
So, are you stocking up? Are you stocking like the perishable items, or canned goods and stuff like that? What is perishable?
We kind of do that already. Yeah, we kind of do that. Yeah, we kind of do that already, and just have just because the state that I'm in, we have tornadoes periodically, so we kind of just try to stay prepared for just different situations. So yeah, already leaning towards that.
And interesting enough, we've been seeing commercials like before the war started. Remember, we were seeing commercials about these survival kits, and we're like, why are they showing these commercials so much?
Yeah.
Stuff that you would need like to survive for a number of days, weeks, months, whatever. These food packages, all kind of like generators and stuff. And it was just to me interesting that they have been starting to put out commercials like that on a regular, like before the war even actually started.
They actually say we need to be have like 6 months of
Supplies, yeah.
supplies ready to go.
You definitely just want to make sure that you and your family are good, no matter what the situations or whatever's ahead. I mean, it could be a number of things that, usually about this time of the year is when the electrical grids start going down in certain areas and things like that. And so you always want to have non-perishable food items on hand. And you know what? I used to wonder why growing up, like, our grandparents and stuff used to can, and then they used to have rice and beans and things like that on hand. Well, those are things that you know that you can, you'll be able to survive off of. So communities, and growing up, we were given the example of being prepared for whatever's to come.
Right.
Yeah, but unfortunately, a lot of people really don't have the space for that. You know what I'm saying? Especially people living in apartments and stuff like that. They don't have a whole lot of space to be, stocking up a whole lot of food, and definitely not 6 months worth of food. You know what I'm saying? So that's for people, got like basements.
Well, you can get
barns and stuff like that. But some people are seriously prepared.
Well, you can get some bins.
Some what? Some bins?
Yeah, you can get some bins to put. Get you some like clothing bins and put you some food items and stuff in there, like
but
those packaged tuna and just
a lot of folks ain't got enough money to buy food for the week.
That's true. That's true.
Let alone stocking up for 6 months.
It's
6
tough.
Listen,
6 weeks or 6 months. Oh yeah, they say 6 months.
You're right.
So
you just do what you can.
Right.
Yeah, because I don't have it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna pretend like I'm ready for 6 months. Yeah, worst case scenarios, but I'm not going to.
Stocking up for 6 months, man. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So
some of us is just we be good to get what we can for the week.
It's
we get paid again.
There's a lot of stuff they're not telling us on the news. Like even with this gas thing, this Strait of Hormuz being closed down, this waterway over there by Iran. It's a fertilizer shortage. So that's, to me, I think that's what's going to kick the prices up too.
Right.
There's also a fertilizer shortage because that strait also brings through a lot of fertilizer. There's a lot of stuff come through that strait other than oil.
Right.
And I think Trump really, put his foot into something he really can't. He thought it was going to be like like he did Venezuela. He thought he was going to go in, kick butt, and come on out of there. But these people, they fighting back, man. I'm for America, but you know what I'm saying. But I hate that America have to play the bullet role in this. I hate Trump got America looking like, like we the playing thieves. And, America always have been the thieves. It's just all in the open there. It's like they don't even care no more. So
well, they're in Trump's ear. Who's ever in his ear, they're guiding him as to what to do, and I think they're trying to create something.
I don't think nobody's in Trump ear. Trump is just an arrogant man.
That's true.
Trump only sees money. He's only sees dollar signs.
That's true.
And taking people's oil. Mm-hmm. That's where the money is. I mean, all money is like that's like the creme de la creme. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And he's thinking like in the term of him making money off this. That's what Trump sees. Trump, he's not thinking in it. He's not thinking about the lives that are going to be lost on both sides. He's thinking about.
He doesn't care.
Yeah, he's thinking about enriching himself. His sons are now invested in drones. Yep. Okay, so how can they make money off drones? There's got to be a war to go on for you to make money off drones. So it's a conflict of interest right there. Ain't nobody even said that. They're not even reporting this though. No. This is like they're not even reporting that his sons are invested heavily. They went and started investing in drones. Like, okay, why are they investing in drones? Come on, man.
Money to be made.
It's money to be made. And how can they make money? It's a conflict of interest because their dad is the president who's going to keep the war going on so they can make money off the drones. And it's plain and simple, man. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, they got the right one. And when I say the right one, they got the right one to push whatever is being pushed to create a lot of chaos. And we all know what comes behind that.
So I began to stock up. I think anything like this, like a lot of rice and stuff like that. Get some rice and flour and meal and stuff like that. But
and that's with the hopes that
and maybe they're not telling everybody. Maybe they're not telling everybody because they don't want everybody to panic.
And I get that.
Run to the stores. You know what I'm saying?
Because that'll create a problem all in itself.
Exactly.
So I get it. I think it's just wise to just for yourself just to have some type of um little cushion for just whatever may happen.
Yeah. Absolutely, absolutely.
Especially if you have children, you have grandchildren, you just and young children. Like it's just best to prepare a little bit because we really don't know exactly what and how and when. But my gut tells me some things are going to go down, and it's not going to be um, business as usual from like what we've seen before.
Yeah. Okay, let's get into this Chilli from TLC. Should Chilli from TLC be criticized for being a MAGA supporter? She's been busted out, y'all. She been sending money to Trump. Somebody been investigating Chilli. She reposted. She say she did it by mistake. She reposted a video about somebody talking about Michelle Obama was a transvestite, a man, a tranny. And she reposted it. But she said she did it by mistake. So people started investigating Chilli from TLC and found out that she's following a lot of those hardcore MAGA people like Donaldson and what his name, the dude just got killed. She's following Charlie Kirk. She been liking a lot of Charlie Kirk posts. And people, one thing about it, when you like somebody's post, they can see you liking it. You know what I'm saying? That stays there. You know what I'm saying? Unless you go unlike it. And also she has donated money to the Trump campaign. She said several times. I'm gonna play this video of Chilli. She was forced to come out and defend herself, man. So my question to y'all is, do y'all think she should have to defend herself for being a MAGA supporter? Don't she have the right to be a MAGA supporter? So that is the question. But anyway, she still came out and tried to defend herself. Let me play a video of Chilli coming out to defend herself. I'm gonna play the video of Chilli. She don't want no scrubs, y'all. This is Chilli explaining herself.
Hey guys, I wanted to come on here to address a few things that's circulating on the internet that's very concerning to me. Let me say this first. I have the utmost respect and admiration for Michelle Obama, and I would never say or do anything that is disrespectful to her or to any woman. I would never do that. And I had no clue that this repost had happened until I started getting phone calls and text messages from everybody. And I immediately went to my page to see what was going on. Now, mind you, I'm not very computer savvy, so I'm looking for this repost button. And I see that all of these buttons are very, very close to each other. And clearly I was scrolling and my thumb hit the repost button. Again, I had no clue that something like this happened until I got all the calls. But of course, I took that down and, I would never post anything like that. I would never do something like that. That is not my character. I have supported the Obamas. I gave to the campaign, both runs, voted twice for him, and supported the organization that Michelle had in the schools for exercise for the kids. I would never do anything that's harmful or hateful to anybody. I'm just not wired like that. That's just not who I am. And when it comes to organizations that I have donated to, these are the things that support the veterans. I have always supported them, not just now, but for years. This is not something new. So I just wanted to let you guys know, this from me, that I would never do anything so disrespectful. And I would just never, I'm just not about hate or anything like that. If you look on my page and see my posts, it's all about love, faith, and connection. That's what I'm all about, and I've always been that way, and I will continue to be just that way. So I just want to thank you guys for, your love and your support and just taking the time to listen to me right now. I really, really appreciate that. And I love you guys. Thank you so much.
So the question is, do y'all think Chilli should be criticized for being a MAGA supporter? Do you think she should be criticized for it?
Well, I'm not going to say criticize, but I think with her being a woman of color, a lot of people who are Democrats, people who are us, wouldn't appreciate it, and they're entitled to their opinion. But if that's what she really likes, and if that's what she's into, then she has the right to choose that. But I think what's conflicting is that she's saying that she's not for MAGA, but um, there are things I guess that have come up that she has shown support for, certain people. So, I don't know if she's had time to think about it and say, "Wow, this is affecting my life," because now people are digging, and so whatever they're digging for, they don't found some extra things other than Trump being a supposed
Yeah.
Trump supporter.
Yeah, because she's donated money to the Trump campaign. She said she was trying to. She said she was donating money to support the troops, the military people, but the evidence showed that it went to Trump campaign, and she liked a couple. She was liking all of these radical MAGA people posts. She liking it. When you like it, when you like something, people feel like you agree with what they're saying.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So it's fair to think that, you know what I'm saying? If I like a post or somebody's talking about they hate you, you're gonna say, "Oh, you like that?" You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
so I can understand why people, going at her, and a lot of people saying she has a right to support what she wants, and I do, and I think she has a right to support what she wants.
Yeah.
So the thing is that other people still have a right to support her if they want it.
Right. And
You know what I'm saying? They have that right too. So they don't. I guess people don't want to support someone who's anti what they for. You know what I'm saying?
And that makes sense to me. I mean, I feel like we have, as like I say, people of color, we already understand what MAGA is about, and I think for her having fans that are people of color, maybe a lot of them wouldn't be a MAGA supporter. So that again affects what she's doing right now because she's touring, I think.
And y'all, I don't know if y'all able to comment or not. I don't think. I think something going on this comment thing, man. I don't see any comments. It got I don't know. I don't know what they're doing, but I don't know if y'all trying to comment or not. I see a lot of people tuning in, but I don't see no comments yet. So I'm assuming the comment thing is down, and I apologize for that. But thank y'all for tuning in, and please share. Latina, what's your thoughts on this? Cut your mic on. She has some issues. Yeah, so yeah. So I think she knows most of her supporters don't support Donald Trump.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So
and so I'll say this. It's like people who are like-minded gravitate towards each other. And even if people like
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, we can hear you good now.
yeah, I think she understands that most of her supporters aren't MAGA. A lot of people who buy her music, they're not MAGA people.
Right.
They don't listen to her.
Right.
But she support them. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
She don't support what the majority of the people who support her is about. You know what I'm saying? So I guess that's the issue. And this is why she apologizing about it, because she realized, it might hurt me financially. You know what I'm saying?
And even reputation-wise,
I-
because
yeah.
you're wanting to be like-minded with who you know what I'm saying? Like it's the whole thing of the energy of being like-minded. And if a person really likes her music and wants to follow her and they're not a MAGA supporter, that throws them off. Like it's like you're down for that, but so it's just about being like-minded.
Go ahead,
I
Latina.
think it's definitely I think it's definitely hard when you are a celebrity or if you are a prominent figure in the community or you have some kind of following, that when you make personal choices about who you like to vote for and things like that, um, because of your following, because of your prominence, most people would like to side with you. And when they think that you are going against what they believe in, then we are in that culture that they like to say, cancel this person and cancel that person. And I think that goes more because people have more access to you. Because of social media and things like that, there's more access to the things that you say and do. You have to be real careful about um, you have to be real careful about your choices. And not to say that she doesn't have a choice, and not to say that what she chooses to believe in, that is definitely her choice. But a lot of times people want you to be on their side regardless of what you believe in. They want you to believe like them. And sometimes that's hard when you are a prominent figure and you live in your life publicly and you're living your life out loud, that people hear and that people can take sound bites and they can say, oh, she said this or she said that, or they did this or they did that. Or um a person is Democrat, but they like this Republican governor that they chose to vote for. It is hard to be a public figure and be able to give those kind of personal choices. And so then your life becomes public. And when your life becomes public, you're subject to public opinion. And everybody got an opinion.
Right.
So it doesn't matter what she says or does. At this point, now it's kind of seeming like it's a backtrack. Because if that's what she was truly believing in, now she doesn't even feel like she's comfortable enough to walk into what her choice is.
Right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Which is sad because if she really
Which is
does
sad.
support the MAGA,
Yes.
people, then now she's not in a good place to walk in it.
But see, no one is telling her she can't support MAGA. So why is she walking it back? If you for MAGA, stand for it. You know what I'm saying? And let the chip fall where they may.
I'm sure.
And this is the problem I have with
I'm sure.
Yeah, and this is the problem I have with these black entertainers. Y'all cozy up to MAGA, but then when somebody call it out, oh, I'm not MAGA. I'm not MAGA. You know what I'm saying? If you are, we're not saying we got a problem with it. We're saying we got a problem with it if we're supporting you and you supporting that. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't want our support to be. We don't want a dime of my money going to you for you to give to Trump. You know what I'm saying? So that's what people are saying. People.
So now she.
Yeah, ain't nobody saying they don't want you to support Trump. You can support who you want to support.
Right.
But I have that right too. Everybody else have that right. I have a right to not go buy tickets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I think that's more of what it is, because you're thinking about it. This is her livelihood. So when you stand to lose a lot, I think that's more of now it's probably like a damage control situation. I'm not mad at that sister. Whatever she chooses to believe in, you got to believe in something, okay? And no matter what side of the fence you choose to be on, we fought for the right to vote. And so, unfortunately, I might not. I have people that I know that openly support the gentleman in office right now, and that's their choice. But we don't come to fisticuffs because of our choices, if that makes sense. But also, though, again, when you're living a public life and you're out here publicly and people have a lot of access to you and the things that you say, because they're always listening, they're listening for you to say something, do something, or find some way to say, okay, she did this, she did that. Now we ain't gonna support her. We done. We through. We walking away. You know, let's cancel her. Let's cancel culture. Let's do this. Everybody want to cancel you out. But secretly go home and listen to your poetry, listen to your podcast, listen to your music. They'll secretly go home and still listen to it. But then in public, they want to portray this.
Your sound went out.
But again, I wish that sister the best, whatever choice she decides and whatever fence she decides to be on, as long as she's standing in her truth and believes
You,
in,
you gonna be driving
then
through a bad area. Anyway, Alan Middleton said it never
see the
surprises.
comments,
You-
Rob.
Yeah, I see. It's working. Yeah, people just weren't saying that. Al Middleton said it never surprises me when some of our people will support MAGA because this have been going on forever. Just as Malcolm said, every brother ain't a brother. Absolutely, every brother ain't a brother. But here's the thing, though. But the thing to that, though, Alton, a lot of MAGA people, they're not ashamed. A lot of black MAGA people, they're not ashamed to say I'm with MAGA.
Right.
I mean, and they standing on it. You know what I'm saying? Don't if you stand with MAGA, just say I support what Trump do and stand on it and be willing to deal with the consequences that come with it. Ain't nobody saying she can't support MAGA.
Right.
People just saying don't come over here like you with us when you really over there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't smile in my face, but behind my back you saying something else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Over here you support us because you want our money.
Mm-hmm.
You support you laugh in our face because you want our money, but your views, you don't even have the same views that we have. And maybe you support Trump because you like the tax bracket. That's fine and dandy. Do it. You know what I'm saying? Do that. If you like him because of the tax bracket, there'd be a lot of the excuse. I'm in a high tax bracket. You know what I'm saying? I get that. But you ain't gonna be able to make all the money. You know what I'm saying? But who you built your business back off? The people who support you, you know what I'm saying? Those are the people you built your business off, like Snoop Dogg and all these. White people buy music, they wouldn't rhyme with you. They wouldn't rhyme with you for your whole career like we do. They just like you when you hot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Well, we like you when you not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think what probably is crippling her is the fact that she seems to be backtracking and saying that she really isn't a supporter when it seems like, from what I've seen and heard, that she has been supportive to other people that are in that party. So I think her best bet is to just try to be real with herself and be real with everybody, because I mean, at this point, people have their ideas now, just judging from what other things she's posted.
Yeah, And also Nick Cannon said something about the Democratic Party is the KKK party. And I'm gonna say this to that. That's half truth. The Democratic Party did start the KKK. But in the 60s, the Republican did this thing called the Southern Strategy, because the Democratic Party started passing laws and bills that benefited black folk, like the Voters' Right Act. The Democratic Party passed that. The Civil Rights Act. The Democratic Party passed that. The Fair Housing Act. The Democratic Party passed that. The Democratic Party started being more sympathetic toward black people in the 60s. And the white Southerners, they saw that and they said, no, we ain't with this. We ain't with the Democratic Party. If y'all gonna be doing stuff to help black people, we out. So white Southerners started, even the KKK, people who voted the KKK, they started voting for the Republican Party. So the ideology of the two parties switched. Let me let Latina back in. See, and that's the thing. And that's the thing. When you're uneducated, you say stuff like Nick Cannon did, and you don't know the backstory behind why black people vote Democrat now. Because the Democratic Party passed a lot of bills that help black folk. Like I said, the Voters' Right Act, the Fair Housing Act, the Civil Rights Act, all of that happened in the 60s. That when black folk turned over, started voting for Democrat. And white folks the white Southerners didn't want to be a part of that. They didn't want to be a part of being on the same page with black folks. So the KKK, the Proud Boys, the Aryan Nation, all of them started voting for Republican because of the Southern strategy, because the Republican wanted to be more appealing to Southern whites. So that's where the ideology changed. So Nick Cannon was right. The Democratic Party did start the KKK. The KKK used to be in the Democratic Party, but they switched ideology. And that's the thing about it. When you tell a story, you got to tell the whole story. You just can't say half story. The Republican Party freed the slave. Yeah, but that was in the 1800s. Things changed over time. And that's what a lot of black MAGA folks don't understand. Because they'll shoot that out in a minute. Well, you know, the blacks, we used to be Republicans. Yeah, we did used to be Republicans. And then Republicans started trying to get with the white Southerners. So we started getting with the party that was giving us what we wanted and what we needed, like voters' rights. The Democratic Party passed the voters' rights. And and a lot of people don't know this, so they don't really know how to come back at them when they say this. But they'll throw it out there. And when you talk to somebody who's uneducated, like a lot of young black uneducated men, they don't know that. But you can. It's true that the KKK started in the Democratic Party, but it's also true that they switched ideology. The Republican Party are now the party for the KKK. You know what I'm saying? And the evidence, you can just see the evidence. And if you look at the Democratic Party, I researched it. It's 63 senators and congressmen that are black in the Democratic Party. There are only 5 in the Republican Party altogether. If you talk about the Senate and the Congress, they only have 5 blacks serving. But in the Democratic Party, there are 63 black people serving. They don't even include the rest of the minorities that are in it. They're just black people. Let me get the Tina back in. So I hope y'all educated a little bit. I had a video to show y'all about that, to try to show people how the ideology of the two parties changed, and that, you know, let me play y'all what Nick Cannon said real quick. Yeah. And all people he's with Amber Rose out of all people, and everybody knows she's loony. You know what I mean? So let me see what this plays.
What would you tell a man who can scroll for hours but can't work for 10 minutes and hates himself for it every night?
No.
You up there with the elite now? Not even close. Not even close. Democrats don't care about black people, okay, and they don't care about people. They don't care about people of color, and the Republicans do, and that's the misconception.
And you know what? I agree with you 100%. People don't know that the Democrats is the party of the KKK.
Yep.
People don't know that the Republicans are the party that freed the slaves.
Yep.
I mean, both of you and I have some conservative views. You just a little bit more outspoken about it than I am. And I don't subscribe to neither party. I rock with W.E.B. Du Bois when he said there's no such thing as two parties. It's just one evil party with two different names.
Voted for Donald Trump because we had 2 options, and he was definitely by far the better option for us.
Cleaning house.
Yeah.
We got the Gulf of America now.
Period.
Charging, he's like the club. He's charging a $5 million bottle service fee to get into the country.
I know. Listen.
Okay, let's discuss.
So that was on the Breakfast Club. Y'all want to catch that whole thing with the Breakfast Club? So that's like, you know, and a lot of people think these just got to be people are stars and stuff like that. They're smart people, but they're not. They're not smart people. They're not educated on nothing. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Nick Cannon said. He agreed with him 100%. You know what I'm saying? He said he fucks with Trump. You know what I'm saying? So, but these are the people we go buy tickets for and all that, and they don't have our ideology. They don't believe what you believe in. But ain't nobody who they support in the audience with them. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand why they, you know, putting their careers on the chopping block for Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got something to say about it? Y'all go ahead.
They feel safe. They feel that's a safe place. Why? I don't know, because in the end, it's still everything that's happening now is wrong. everybody's being hurt. It doesn't matter what color you are. Everybody's being affected by the stuff that Trump has put into place for the country, and the world is being affected by it. So it's really an effect on mankind, not just black people.
Yeah, and all of the things that he has rolled back, DEI, that helped a lot of black women, black people, who qualified but they can't get jobs because they don't own nothing. They won't give you a job. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you qualified, and healthcare, all of this stuff that helped the community, where the people who support them come from, and this is what they doing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you're gonna do it in silence. You know what I'm saying? Nobody gotta know what you're doing. But if you really believe in what you believe in, do it with your chest out. Support Trump with your chest out. Don't come back and say, "Well, I made a mistake and I hit the share button." Who hits the repost button by mistake? I made a mistake and hit the repost button, and y'all know I like Michelle. I voted for Obama twice. Really?
Yeah, you have to either be hot or cold. I think people will have more respect for that if she just stands.
If you just stand on it, just stand on it.
She really
just stand on it. I say I like this policy.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna deliver this policy right here. I made a mistake. It didn't work. You know what I'm saying? I like this policy. Stand on it. See, now you look even faker when people got receipts of you donating money to Donald Trump. The receipts are out there. So how did you make a mistake and send him money? So you know what I'm saying? So that's the next question. So did you make a mistake and hit the send money button?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think when you say you didn't understand what you were supporting, if his name is on it, that's enough right there.
Oh man, she knew what she was doing, man. But it's all good. Ain't nobody, like I say, ain't nobody mad at her.
Right.
People mad because they supporting her. People mad at themselves because they keep supporting people who don't support what they're about. And that's what and that's the lesson we learning. That's a lesson you gotta learn. You know what I'm saying? That's a lesson we learning. We out supporting these people. Y'all can support me. I got music out there. You know what I'm saying?
Plug yourself. Plug yourself.
Go download the RL music anytime y'all want to. I got a website, rlstaffandmusic.com. Y'all go download all my music for free. Then y'all go pay to see these people who don't even respect your views, who don't even respect your mama, your grandmama, and them who losing health care. They in your community,
right?
But they not part of your community. You know what I'm saying?
It's to me, it's not about criticizing her choice. It's about just being understanding of people's, feeling some kind of way about it if they have been supporting her. Because again, we may not see it like directly, but we're being affected by the decisions this man has made. And if she is supportive of him, then where does that put us, as someone that supports her? Like, it's conflicting.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're gonna move on though, man. Let's move on to our relationship question of the week. All right, y'all. Relationship question of the week. You want to read the relationship question of the week?
Sure. How long should someone know if they want to marry someone or not, or should there even be a timeline?
Oh man, that's a good one right there. How long should someone know if they want to marry someone or not, or should there even be a timeline? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's your timeline? Like, dude, are you ready? Like, girl, are you ready? You know what I'm saying? And then usually a woman, like, on the impatient side. You know what I'm saying? I could be. Do you think it's usually the woman, like?
Well, I think typically the woman probably has more thought in, like, hey, how long? Like, when we doing this?
So what are y'all thoughts at home? What are y'all thoughts? Get in the comment section, y'all. Y'all post some comments, man. Let me see what y'all I want to hear what y'all think about this. Because I thought my answer was it shouldn't be a timeline. It shouldn't be a timeline. Because I think if you're doing the right thing, in a man, it can be either way. If you're doing the right thing, for that man or for that woman, they gonna recognize who you are. You know what I'm saying? And eventually, they're gonna make the choice to make you, a lifetime partner. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing about it. So, a lot of people say they have a timeline on it.
Well, I think going into a relationship with someone, getting to know them and stuff like that, I think it puts pressure when you say you need to do this in this amount of time. I think you can sabotage the process because you don't really know what is going on within that person. It's different things. Some people are coming out of other relationships, but yet they still want to try again. And it may be too soon. It could be a previous marriage. Some people don't want to jump from one thing to the next like right away. But some people
So
do.
are you saying
Some
you
people
for?
do.
Are you saying you for a time limit, or
I'm not.
are you not?
So what I'm saying is, I'm not necessarily for a definitive
Because I'm not gonna let you
timeline.
pontificate.
Hush. Let me get it out.
Don't do her like that.
I'm trying to say,
Do her like that.
what I'm trying to say is that, like, going in, like, I think it depends on the two people, the age, their past. Like, I think when you just come in saying, I'm only, for this many years gonna deal with you before you better make a decision. It's kind of hard to do that when it's a process to get to know somebody. And I think you can give a sense in the back of your own mind how long you want to wait, but you don't necessarily have to put that in a conversation. I think the organic process of the getting to know each other will kind of give you a sense.
But if you got a timeline, I think it should be in the conversation. If you got
if you have
if
one.
you got a time, but you just said it shouldn't be in the conversation.
No. I'm saying to start. So no, because we ain't trying to confuse nobody what I'm saying.
No.
So just let me say it. I'm saying, like, if I was just saying hypothetically, I'm by myself, and then I meet somebody, and I go, look, dude, I'm looking to get married. That's fine, but I can't just,
That's what you told me when we first met. Man.
I know what I told you when I was
and that was a slick way of doing it. You know what I'm saying? She told me, she know when we first met, when we started dating, she said, I'm a wife. I said, what, you married? She said, no, but I'm a wife. I said, oh, I get it.
I went in to play.
That was a slick way of doing it, Jen. You know what I'm saying? You got me on that one, you know what I mean?
but you know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that when you meet somebody, it is fair to say, what your intentions are, so nobody's wasting your time. But you don't know how long that time will take before somebody will marry you. I wouldn't say right off the bat, say a timeline right in the first date or two. I think intentions should be understood. Like, what are you looking for? Like, are you just looking to have fun? Are you looking to develop something? Or do you want to get married again? Because I do. It's just a conversation that is fair to have, especially in this day and time. And the older you get, you don't want to waste your time, because there may be other people, somewhere else that is in alignment with you, with where you want to be. And so the intention should be there to start. But I think when it comes down to saying, okay, so you want to get married? Okay, so let's do this in 2 years. It could be less than that for that person, or it could be more. I think it's difficult to put a timeline at the very beginning. Now, once you start getting down the road and y'all investing in each other, then that's when you start watching the clock. And you just be like, look, come on now, we playing house, we doing all this stuff, like we might as well. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying it should be a timeline, and I'm not saying it shouldn't be. I just think you have a sense about it as you get to know the person. If you come to it both knowing, hey, this is what I'm looking for. So that's how I feel.
So I think that you should take. Well, I would say earlier in life, I was pushing for a timeline. I was thinking, oh, I have to get married. I got to do this, this, and this, and have a timeline. But I think at this point in my life now, I want to take the time to get to know someone. And that might be 1 year, that might be 5 years, it could be 10 years. You know what you're willing to tolerate and accept in the relationship that you are with the person that you're with. Just like Jenny said, there is, you want to know if we're dating with intention or we're just wasting each other's time. I don't want nobody to waste my time, but I also don't want to take my whole self and rush into a relationship with someone without really knowing them. And I think that we have been to the point where we rush so much that we're just willing to accept. And I don't want to get to that point. I want to know you. And I want to say, okay, we've been with each other for a while, and I've learned some things about you and you learned some things about me. And we get to that point where that it's possible that we want to get married. But also, it's still okay if the person does not want to get married. If marriage is your intention, then you definitely want your intentions to be made clear. But you don't want nobody to say, oh, you got to get married, you got to get married, you got to get married. People do what's best to what they think is in their own personal relationship. I also believe that we all need to prioritize our mental health, because a lot of times I think that we rush so quickly into another relationship, or we rush so quickly into a marriage that we're so embedded into that point that we're ignoring the red flags, or we're ignoring the things that would possibly break our marriage. We don't want to push ourselves into a marriage and then all of a sudden here we are 2 years in and we don't even like each other no more. And now we about to get a divorce. So at the end of the day, I want to still like you when you sit next to me on the couch. I want to look over and like you and still love you all at the same time. People get married, and sometimes they get married for the wrong reasons. And so I believe that if marriage is the intention, yes, it should be made clear when and during the dating phase. And then I also believe you should continue to date the person that you're with. Because the more you learn about that person, then you have a better mindset to make a decision if this person is worth you being with for the long haul.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. You sound like a marriage counselor. You spin that out like that.
Listen, don't be giving me new jobs. Don't be giving me no.
You sound like you need your own relationship show or something.
Hey, whatever God got in there from your mouth to God's ears, whatever He got in the stars, okay?
Yeah, because we was at a podcast Saturday, and the young lady said she's 2 years. She got a 2 year limit. And I'm saying, how you come up with that? First of all, how you come up with that number? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I was more baffled by 2 years. So what if he, you know what I'm saying, got like a year? What if he a year in and a year in 11 months in? Now he feeling, you know what I'm saying? Like, are you like watching the time? Like, are you gonna say, Negro, you got 6 weeks?
Right, and I'm done. It's over.
Yeah. So she emphatically she said 2 years is the only thing she what's it? 2 years?
Yeah, 2 years.
2 years is her limit. I'm like, hold on, what if he need one more week? You know what I'm saying?
Well, and you know what else? But you know, it is people that meet folks and they know off the bat that's the person they're gonna be with the rest of their life. I have classmates that have been married since high school and they knew that was their person. Some people just know when they know. But at this age that I am now, I would rather take a long time to get to know somebody. I don't want to be pushed into a decision and then we look up and we don't even like each other. I don't even like your socks. I don't like how you chew your food. You know, it's just you start learning. Because you start learning more and more about people, and you learn the things that normally you wouldn't. In the eyesight that you're trying to see it in, you start learning more and more about that person versus, oh, he look good, girl. He smell good. We getting married. No, I'm gonna need a little bit more. I'm gonna need a little bit more substance.
But you know what? This the thing about as we get older. This the thing. We have so much baggage, and it isn't always bad. It's just experience. Like we have all this experience, and some of it not good, some of it good. and
Right.
we take all that with us, and we can become very critical of other people. Like,
True.
and that's not good, because I was telling him the other day, I said, why is there so many conversations about relationships? Like, why is that such a big conversation amongst a lot of people, amongst platforms? Because we're all trying to figure it out. We're all trying to figure out what's good, what's best. We're trying to learn how to love and to be with someone. And if we want to criticize somebody for the little things, then we got to look in the mirror and say, well, am I perfect? Like, do I do everything perfectly
Right.
right? Like I said, when you meet somebody, everything is all polished. You bring your best, and that's just normal. You bring your best at
Right.
on every date. Everything is perfect. But once you start living with someone, the reality is that they're human just like you. So they're gonna have little flaws and little things, that little pet peeves and stuff. But do you dismiss a person because of that? No. I think the
No.
biggest things are deal breakers, like stuff that's like gonna crush you, things that you just won't tolerate, that will put you in a place where you may need to, just run for the hills. But
Yeah.
everybody has little habits. I mean, it's a
Yeah,
part of human life.
it's all about what are you willing, what can you live with and what you can't live with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I think I think a big mistake we make with all these relationship shows, and people got, the relationship show, they act like it's one size fits all. Well, this is what a man
Right.
want. A man want a woman
Right.
like this. A woman need a man like this. And a lot of people, yeah. And a lot of people, they try to get in
Right.
these boxes. They try to fit in these boxes. They listen to social media. Your social media, they go up, social down social media. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got an idea of how a relationship ought to be. You got people,
Right.
I love being single because I like my peace. You're a lie. You love you like being single because you really ain't found what you want yet. Let's be honest about it. Let's say I ain't found who I'm looking for yet. You ain't got to say this is what I really like, because who want to be single? You know what I'm saying?
And I know
I'm not
people.
knocking people for being single. What I'm
Yeah.
trying to say, that the ultimate goal is to find someone to be happy with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think the people that really like just gung ho with being single are people that have really been through some stuff.
Yeah, it's
They've been
absolutely.
through so much stuff that they don't believe anymore. And I don't think it's that they don't
Right.
want someone; they just don't believe anymore. And so it takes courage, and it takes a lot of faith to try again. You got people get
It
married at
does.
70 years old. You know what I'm saying? And you can find love at any age. It's just, do you believe that you can have it? And if you desire it bad enough, it's just a matter of finding that person that is for you. And so I think a lot of people who are single that I know, they're how can I put it? They'll share that they're not happy, and they try to
Right.
mask it with going out a lot. Well, why you going out a lot? Because you're trying to
Right.
meet somebody. That's what you're trying to do. And and it's something that people may not want to talk about, because it may be um a touchy subject, but it's we're meant to be with someone, but it doesn't mean everybody will. But the whole point of the matter is that um, it takes courage, and it takes a lot of faith, and just you compromise some. There ain't nobody perfect, like nobody. You just have to know that you
Right.
love that person. If you really love that person, it doesn't matter if, because they can have all these great things in the beginning. What if they lose it? Then what you gonna do? You gonna drop them?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
I think when you set a time limit on if y'all watching live, y'all put y'all thoughts in the comment. Do you think how long should someone know if they want to be married, they want to marry someone or not, or should there even be a time limit? Put your thoughts in the comment, please, if you want to. So I
And Rob,
think. Go ahead.
do you think that people should prioritize their mental health before jumping back into another relationship?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
That, you know what I'm
You
saying?
got to search
Because
yourself, and and see what's going on with you before you can link up with another person on that level. Yeah.
Yes, and a lot of times we make decisions out of survival because we don't want to be alone versus making a conscious decision that this person is actually good for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
you have to
that
be
comes from doing the
prepared.
work.
Yeah, you have to
Yes.
be prepared to take on another person again. And you have to be
Yes.
healed. You have to be willing to just learn and try again because it's yet again another person. But we have to continue to remember that we have to do self-care. We have to take the time to just be what that person needs. Because I think sometimes we focus on what somebody can give me. Well, be what that person needs too. We always we gotta look at it both ways. We have to always remember that we gotta bring to the table what somebody else needs just as much as we're wanting to be given things. So
You also
Absolutely.
teach people how you want to be loved because instead of just accepting what they are given. Because a
right.
lot of times and also I think that learning love languages, everybody don't love like you do. And learning love languages. Sometimes this person might like to give gifts, but you might not be a gift giver, but you might be a person that um will give them words of encouragement or things like that here and there. So it's a lot that goes into it, but um the saying is if you want a friend, be a friend. So if I want to
Yeah.
be in love, I have to love myself first and make sure that I'm good before I allow somebody else in that space. So you always want to make sure that you are a whole person. You don't want to take half of yourself and then go to a whole person because then you end up ruining them and you ruining them, because they steady trying to love you and you steady half loving and you need to bring 100%. I don't want no 50-50. I want 100%. 100 for 100. Let's put it all in together.
I say just give me your best. Cause and that's the thing. So once we start putting numbers and time limits on stuff, that's what we get off. We get not killed to off. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes
Right.
you know what I'm saying. Sometimes you might don't have an 80 in you, and I might have to put the other 20 in, and vice versa. You're trying to complete each other and not compete.
It's a
with each other.
partnership.
You know what I'm saying? You're trying to complete each other, not compete with each other. That's what Jen taught me.
True.
So, and a lot of times,
Jen taught you well.
Yeah, Jen, that one of Jen's models right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I love it.
Yeah, so a lot of time we try to listen to people saying this is how it should be. No, it should be how y'all want it to be. Don't try to be like everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what they doing.
Right.
That ain't what we doing.
Right.
Now, if we agree on this, what we want to do, this is what we gonna do. But we ain't looking at nobody else saying we want to be like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't looking at my home, but I heard him got married. I about to heard him get married.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people do that. Like everybody you hang with married. And then you guys go search for a man and try to hear him get married. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But also, I think the key is just communicating. As y'all moving along, just say what you want. If you like flowers, I need to go get Jen some flowers because I ain't got Jen flowers in some weeks. So I need to go get Jen some flowers soon. You know
I'm gonna need you to go get her some flowers.
Okay, he don't got comfortable. He ain't brought me no flowers yet. And that's the thing about it. And I have to be conscious about that. I'm just conscious about it. You have to be conscious about it. You can't forget what the person like and what the person wants and desire.
This is the key. This is the key, and I'm gonna say this real quick.
Yeah.
So once you've met somebody, right, and time go by, this is to me what I think will help people. You have to go back to the day you met them. You can't get so comfortable. Like you literally have to go back in your mind and replay the moment you met them. That's still the same person that you with months and years later.
Yeah, Trina.
You know what I'm saying? So I see them.
I
But see,
want,
I
I
remember,
want,
but I remember,
uh,
but I haven't forgot. You know what I'm saying? I remember. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we got to
you
do.
got to keep dating
We
me.
gotta.
I
I
want to
gotta
keep
remember
dating.
what she. I gotta remember what she desires. She gotta remember what I like. You know what I'm
vice
saying?
versa, for
You know,
sure.
like she ain't. No, I ain't gonna say it.
Little things mean a lot.
They're not.
The little things definitely mean a lot.
It's true.
It
It
do,
is the
yeah.
little things. And so, like I said, I'm gonna say this real quick. You got to go back to the day that you met so that you don't take for granted them in your life. Because just like when
Yes.
people be all hot and bothered, oh, I'm just done with them. And then you got to remember, just like they could meet somebody else and that person see them the same way you did when you met them. You have to. It's almost like when you have like when women and men have families and they have children. They get tired of their children. Remember the day they were born. Just go back and remember that
Right.
when they first came out. That's where that love remains, and you build on it. You can't just get so comfortable and start criticizing and taking the person for granted. Oh, they ain't this and that. What? You ain't either.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
You know
Right.
what? You know what? A lot of relationships start falling apart at because when you date somebody, it's all good,
Mhm.
and then
Yeah, I
when you
need you to keep dating me.
but listen, when y'all move in together, you starting to see different. That's a different animal right now. Because now it's like, okay, now we sharing space.
Yeah.
Now she moving my shoes. Well, I like my shoes right now. She moved my shoe. You know what I'm saying? My drawers ain't in the same drawer. You know what I'm saying? And it be like, and people,
You gotta
you know what I'm
be.
saying? That's a different animal because now you gotta co-op with people. You gotta co-op with people now. See, when you date, it's cool. We just going out having a good time. I'm gonna spend night over your house, but I'm going back to my house. You spend night on my house, and now you go back to your house. So, but when you move in with people, man, that's a different. And that's why. And that's why time. And that's why you just can't put a time limit on it. Because once you get out of the dating. Once you get out of the dating stage, you got a whole new stage when the moving in part. You know what I'm saying? Now they're gonna take another little while. They're gonna take another while for you to get used to that person and their habits and how they like to do things and how much am I gonna give way to my regular custom. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom. You know what? You know what? I got about like this much space in the closet now. I have conceded all of my closet space. Look, I have condensed my closet spaces down to like one side of the rack. You know what I'm saying?
Stop the madness.
Man,
But it's okay though. You know why? You know why? Because
That's all right. Y'all gonna make it.
I've had to give up some things too.
Yeah,
I've had to give up some things too.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I put a lot of my clothes in another room. You know what I'm saying? I can only have room for some shirts, a shirt side. You know what I'm saying? But she got the whole top rack.
Lord.
She got half of my bottom rack. She got that whole rack over there.
Don't do her like that.
But look, no, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. It's something that I knew I had to. It was something that we had to figure out. You know what I'm saying? It was something we gonna have to. I knew it was something we had to figure out. And that's what I'm saying. When you move people in, it's a totally different. It's like a reboot.
It's an adjustment.
It's like a reboot of the relationship. You know what I'm saying?
It's an adjustment, but it's all good.
The
You know that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I have all the space of where I used to live and still moving some things. But the point of the matter is that we both have had to adjust, and it's not a bad thing. It just comes with sharing your life with somebody.
I think I'm gonna have to go get some rolling.
And also, y'all, and also though the communication, you got to keep the communication open and clear. Yes. Are we always going to agree on everything? No. We can agree to disagree. We can agree to disagree, and also our communication has to be clear. If you are clear about your intentions, clear about your wants and needs, and I'm clear about my wants and needs, and we both have an understanding with one another, then the sky's the limit for what your relationship could be. A lot of times people forget that communication. They forget. Don't forget me at the end of the day. Even if you've been sending me good morning texts every day since we met, then I that's what I want. And I appreciate because you are taking that time out to think about me. And just like you just said, you ain't bought flowers in a while, then Jenny, you need about 3-4 pairs. She need about 3 dozens of roses or whatever her flower of choice she likes.
Jen ain't shit. One thing about Jen, she not. I don't have to go. I don't have to do all that. You know what I'm saying?
I just have to mess with you, Rob.
You know, I know you mess with me because you know what though. My stance on roses in the past.
Yeah.
When it came to roses, I used my excuse for not buying roses is, well, they gonna die. They gonna die. You know what I'm saying? But then I had to learn like, well, damn, maybe they is gonna die. But you know what I'm saying? If I want,
I got a secret. I got a secret. You can buy her some that don't die. You can buy her like something. Yeah.
But you know what happened? You know why I felt that way? Because when I used to buy somebody roses, they never put them.
They didn't appreciate them.
They didn't put them in a vase. They never put them in a vase or a vase or whatever. Well, when Jen get roses, she put them in a vase, a vase, whatever y'all call it, and she put water in them.
Because she appreciates it.
Exactly. And that's why I don't mind buying them now. See, a woman can change your mindset. You know what I'm saying? The right woman can change the way you think about stuff.
She looks good on you, Rob.
So sweet. Thank you.
And vice versa too. There, you know what I mean?
Yes, and vice versa. Vice versa.
Yeah,
y'all look good on each other.
We take care of each other. It's a daily thing of
It's
appreciation.
they call it a labor of love.
Yeah.
And it's a daily choice to choose your person. A lot of time, it's a daily choice to choose your person. You got to choose that person. You choose that person daily. That's the person that you care for, you love, and you want to see win, and you want to lift them up, and you want them to do the same. And it's a give and take. And you know, we want to make sure that we take care of each other, and not just a one-sided situation where the person just giving. What that person say? What Trina say?
She say, understanding each other love language, praying together,
pray together,
listening, understand, and we both pray together. Jen ain't.
Yes.
She leave out.
Oh yeah.
Read that right there.
Okay, so question, is marriage generational? If your parents wasn't married or none of your close family members was ever married, your concept of marriage is damaged a little.
Yeah, you see that.
I'm not gonna lie.
It could be.
You see that.
I'm not. It's. I'm not gonna write. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that because you know what I'm saying. I know a lot of.
You have a choice.
I mean, yeah. I don't even know if that helps or not. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if it makes it better. I just think that's a non-starter. I'm not saying it don't work. Seeing somebody married before, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that. You know what I'm saying?
And it depends on the way the marriage was. Some people have seen some
bad
marriages, and they be like, "I ain't never getting married."
Yeah, but I ain't gonna shoot you down, brother. But if you grow up in a loving relationship, you see your mom and father married, I mean, it can rub off. I ain't gonna say it don't, but it could. But I don't think it's the all to end all. You know what I'm saying? I think you still can. It's like saying you don't have a father in your house, you're not gonna be successful. Some people say, if you didn't have a father in your house, you're not gonna be successful. That's not true, because I know a lot of people who's successful whose father didn't grow up in their house. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because I grew up in the project, and I know a lot of people who doing well. You know what I'm saying? And their father went in the house. That's my take on that. You know what I'm saying? So brother, I ain't gonna shoot you down all the way. Well, I ain't gonna agree all the way. But I think communicating what you want in a relationship, man, is the main thing. If you don't like it, say you don't like it. Don't pretend like you like something that you don't like. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because the other person might be doing it because they think you like it.
Right.
And just be honest and say what need to be said. You know what I'm saying? Have some tough conversations. You know what I'm saying? What I told you, like we need to start having assessments
every 6 months.
Every 6 months you have an assessment where you just ask the baby, what do you see? What do you see any deficiency in me? Where do you think I can be doing something better in? And take it like a man, take it like a woman. You know what I'm saying? Let the person critique you. Let the person that you love critique you. instead of letting your homeboys and homegirl critique you because they ain't got to live with you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that be our biggest problem. We let people outside our relationship critique us.
Mm-hmm.
And we should be critiquing each other. You know what I'm saying? Whether we like it or not. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you're going to be too harsh on me. You're going to say it in a nice way.
And then in assessments also can bring about, maybe I see you grown. I see you're doing this. I can see the change, for the better. It's an assessment is not all about, critiquing. It can be about, throwing some glows in there with, if it grows.
You got any last words on this, Latina, before we got to get into Jenny's quote of the week? Unmute.
You're muted.
There you go.
No, I said I'm good. This was really good tonight. Go ahead, Jen.
Okay, we're going to get into Jen's quote of the week, y'all. We got a theme song for Jen. Okay, let's get into the Jen quote of the week song. Here we go. Let's go.
From the heart of the people, let the spirit flow. Higher motivation everywhere we go. Jenny's got the word, keeping faith inside. A little bit of heaven to make your week right. Let the cup run over, let the truth speak. It's time for overflow. And Jenny's quote of the week.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jenny's quote of the week is...
The only cure for grief is to grieve. So I was moved to use this quote for this week because I know lately I've come across several people that are going through some losses in their lives, and I've had my own personal ones in the past. And when you're grieving, that is the part of the healing process. And if anybody tells you that, you need to move on, just, move in the place that you need to so that you can heal. When you lose something, it's not always just about losing a person. You can lose a job that you've been on for 30 years because that's a part of your life. You can lose a friendship. You can you can have a divorce and lose a marriage. All of those losses are just a part of life, and grieving is a part of healing. So don't try to pretend like you're good, and don't try to, show all this strength like, oh, I'm good, and you have to really be honest with yourself and say, I have to grieve, and take as long as it takes, as long as it's not bringing you down to depression. So the cure for grief is to grieve, and don't let nobody tell you how. As long as you're not harming yourself and you're not harming other people, take that time, because it's not going to go anywhere. It's going to stay with you until you deal with it.
All right, Jenny's quote of the week. The only cure for grief is to grieve. You want to say anything to that, Latina?
I totally agree with that. And grief is not on anybody else's timeline but your own. It comes in waves, and sometimes the grief could be you laughing about something that person said, or sometimes you could be in a full-fledged crying fest. But however you choose to deal with your grief, it is on your own timeline. So I totally agree with that quote.
Absolutely, y'all. And we are 1 minute away from shutting down time. We want to say thank you to Latina for coming up.
Yes, thank you. Missed you.
Hey,
Good to see you.
I missed y'all. Thank y'all for letting me on tonight.
We gonna make sure we gonna make sure you gonna be our love doctor from now on.
Hey, don't threaten me with a good time.
Well, appreciate you coming on, Latina. You're always welcome anytime you want you to come up in this place. You know what I'm saying?
And definitely appreciate
absolutely.
And
I appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
You got any final words you want to say before we?
Yeah, let me say my parting words. This was such a
Oh,
great
how is the book coming along? I didn't mean to cut you off. How the book coming?
Okay. So I'm still in the process of writing my book. I have put the gas to the metal, and hopefully, I can see the end. So I'm working really hard to push myself out of that procrastination season to complete what I started. And that's we need to talk about that. Completing what we start. Y'all need to add that as a subject. But that's where I am. Is about to complete what I'm starting. I'm working on it really hard. And that's my baby. I think that I can see a light at the end of the tunnel now. So just be patient. It's coming. It's coming.
All right.
It's gonna happen when it's gonna happen. We good on that.
It is.
We good on that.
It is. It's gonna happen, and I definitely will come on and give y'all an exclusive.
Okay.
When it does. So parting words is thank y'all. Thank y'all. So my parting words is be true to yourself, your choices, your heart, your love. Know yourself, know your love language. And also, as Jenny had said about the grieving, if you're going through something that's making you grieve in your own time. Don't let nobody else tell you how to grieve. But also, if you do grieve, don't stay there. Find a way to push yourself forward. That way, you can have those good days that you desire. And that's all that I have. Overflow Everyday People Show. Thank you, RL and Jenny.
Amen. You're welcome.
All right, Latina. Appreciate you. I'll let you next time.
Hey.
Peace,
All
my
right.
sister. All right, y'all. We want to thank y'all for tuning in. This is where we come to the end, man. Listen, this is Overflow the Everyday People Show. If y'all got a book or something, y'all got some information y'all want to talk about, y'all got a story that y'all want to tell, man. This is an open platform that we created for the community, man. I know y'all think this is just the RL and Jenny show, but no, this show is really created for everybody. You got a book. I mean, you ain't a big time author, but you got your book. You got a business you want to come on and talk about. I mean, let's do it. You got some viable information. You got a organization you're a part of. You want to come on and talk about? Just holler at your boy, man, and let's get on. Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? That's what we like to do, and we appreciate y'all for tuning in,
Sure.
liking and sharing. So on that note, on behalf of myself and Jenny from the block, we love y'all, and guess what?
It ain't nothing y'all can do about it.
Ain't nothing y'all can do about it. Peace.